What if Mufasa had a will? What if Darth Vader had a trust? And what exactly did Harry Potter's parents leave behind? If you've ever wondered about the legacy lessons hiding inside your favorite movies, welcome to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Heisinger Law Firm. We believe every movie is an estate planning movie. You just have to know where to look. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk about the movie. Hello again, Amber. It's Friday.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody.
Yay, Friday.
It is Friday. This week went fast.
Yeah, we were busy.
Yeah. Getting back into sending the kids back to school, and then one of our kids has a birthday right in the middle of all of that, so that always adds.
Yeah,
Adds to that.
So Calica's friends all have birthdays at the same time.
Yes.
Which is just craziness.
Yeah. So she's going to birthday parties and planning her birthday party, and then all the back to school, first time going to high school stuff that those girls all have.
Right. Yep. Sports things. And on top of that, they're all very extra. So
yes. As you expect freshman girls to be.
Well, yes, except it's not just that. They are extra, I think, for even freshman girls.
They're all theater kids.
Yeah. That's probably a good description. Oh boy. Yeah. And so
great kids. But
they plan these extravagant birthday gift ideas. And not we're not talking lots of money. But
no, just lots of planning and
high creativity.
Let's write things
artsy,
about each other
crafty,
or make yes. And they're working together to make these elaborate things that all coordinate. And it's very fun to watch, but it's a lot.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So,
yeah,
they're good kids.
End of summer is fun.
Yeah,
and it's not been as hot, so that's good.
That is good. It's been very pleasant outside. Lots of deck sitting time.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of that the last month or so because it's just been so blistering hot.
Yeah, and humid. Feels like you're swimming.
Yeah, and then. I mean, it's been that way all over the country, I know. But, yeah, it's just been so hot here.
Yeah.
And, last night, it was in the 60s.
Yeah.
And I got to sit on the deck for an hour.
Yeah. Go get my sweatshirt once in a while.
Yeah. It was good.
That's fun.
Yeah, so I sat on the deck for an hour, 2 hours last night, and then we watched a movie after that yet.
Yeah.
What did we watch?
We watched Moana.
We did. I wanted it to be the live action one because that one just came out and I thought it would have been fun to talk about it, but that one wasn't available on Disney Plus yet.
No, this was still a good pick for this week because if you are Disney fans like we are, the Disney Legends ceremony just happened last week, and both Lin-Manuel Miranda, who was the composer of the music of Moana, and Dwayne Johnson, who plays Maui, were inducted into the Disney Legends. So it felt like a timely movie to add to the podcast. We try and stay a little current with our choices once in a while. But this felt like a good time to look back at the work of those two guys.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
We watched the Legends ceremony on Sunday.
Yeah.
And, that opening musical number. That was a mashup of
all of Lin-Manuel Miranda's
stuff. So they mashed multiple Disney animated movies and the scores and popular songs and things in with
Hamilton and Into the Heights and some other things like that.
It was very cool. Very cool.
Very well done.
Very well done. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. And he was just flabbergasted in the audience. He was watching his own music be performed and he was just like, what is all of this?
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was cool. So, yeah, that's kind of what brings us to Moana is a little bit of celebration of some Disney legends. So.
And I like this movie.
I do too. It's a good talk about the end of summer. This feels like a good, fun summer
movie. Yeah. Yep.
Everything is beachy and tropical.
Lots of island vibes.
Island vibes.
Yeah.
And the music is great.
Yeah.
It's so fun to just sing along with.
It's a Miranda score or a Miranda book,
Yeah.
I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just really good.
Yep. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, which you should, it's been out for a few years, but Moana is the story of, Moana, because as Disney does princess movies, it is named after the title character.
The daughter of the chief, not the daughter of the king. So she's not a princess, but she's a princess.
Yes. Yes. So it's an Polynesian princess movie, not a European princess movie.
Right.
But Moana's people live on this island and they never leave. That is in the first song over and over and over. We never leave. But Moana wants to go out
She has
onto
wanderlust.
the sea.
Big time. Big time.
Yes. And she just wants to follow her heart and be out on the ocean and in the water and all of those things. And as her grandmother is dying, she is presented with this quest to go save the island by returning a green stone, which is the heart of Te Fiti, back to its proper place, which is going to stop the spread of whatever badness is.
So there's some mythology that the movie introduces in the very, very, very first scenes. Of how
I'd kind of forgotten that storytelling portion that it starts with. That was fun.
Which is actually classic Disney, right? If you go back to Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, it feels like when they've got the book open at the beginning of all of the classic Disney princess stories.
It's authentic to the I'll say tribal, but I don't mean that like it's primitive. I mean, there is a different tradition of storytelling in different cultures. And that method of opening this movie was the opening of the book.
Yes. But it's the oral storytelling they would have done in that part of the world.
Yeah.
So that was a
cool
way to do it.
There are several moments throughout the movie where the art style of what's happening in the background during the songs, or the method of communication, the way they talk to each other, how the words they use. There's some Polynesian language that comes into some of the music. The tattoo art that they have is a very cool kind of callback to some of those cultural traditions. It's just a really fun, not Western piece of art, because it's all of that, right? It's the storytelling, but it's everything else along with it.
Yeah. Some of those things feel a little bit like the modern next generation on like a South Pacific kind of feel.
Sure. Just less racist.
Yes. It wasn't racist when they wrote it, but it's racist now because we know more things about racism.
Well, and we know more things about that culture, and like you look at it now, and you're like, I feel gross. And back then, like it was a celebration of that. So you're right about that. This definitely has some of that feel of we're celebrating this culture that maybe we didn't know
introducing the world to a culture that they're not familiar with completely. So anyway, part of that,
back to the story with the mythology at the beginning. Yes. That's the setup, and that's why the heart of Te Fiti.
Thing about the demigod Maui steals the heart of Te Fiti, which causes this curse of the gods. Te Fiti is a god. She's also an island.
She's the mother, right?
Yes.
So she's kind of the mother nature, the first island out of the sea.
Yep.
She creates all the other islands and peoples, and when Maui steals her heart to give humans the power of creation, that curses the land, it curses the world, and that's what Moana is trying to save her island from, because that curse is spreading, and there's visual elements of that around the island.
So she steals this boat and goes to find Maui, the demigod, to force him to restore the heart of Te Fiti, and
you will board my boat.
He's not interested in helping. but ends up along for the ride, and they get into all sorts of
hijinks
on their way to
he
ultimately.
He has no power when she finds him because he doesn't have his hook.
Yes.
Because when he stole the heart of Te Fiti, this basically lava demon
monster creature thing
defeated him.
Yep. And banished him to this little rock island.
And his hook, he got separated from his hook and the heart.
Yes.
So she finds him on this island, and he can't do anything. Any
demigod stuff.
So that's their first kind of quest.
They have to go find
side
his
quest.
Hook. Yep.
And they encounter the Kakamora.
Yep. Those are little coconut pirates.
Super
which are
silly
and adorable. And yeah. They shoot blow darts, which is funny.
And harpoons and things.
Yeah. And then they encounter a giant crab.
Who has Maui's hook.
Amongst all of his other treasures that he gathered. The giant crab is a little bit like the dragon in European
hoarding
folk
treasure.
tales.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, ultimately they do defeat or finish their tasks. They get around the lava monster. And then it's a transformation story in the end because they have to figure out that the lava monster is what Te Fiti turned into when her heart was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And so they actually have to present the heart back to the lava monster to turn her back into Te Fiti. And she saves the island, and it's a normal happy princess story.
Yeah.
So
it's, it definitely has those same hooks to magic and wizards and spell casting and things that it's presented differently because it's presented through the mythology of the creation of the world, but it's not a faith story.
Right.
It's not presented as that.
No, it's just a cultural.
Yeah, it's not a faith story the same way the Hunchback of Notre Dame is not a faith story.
Correct.
Right? That whole story happens in a church, for pity's sake, and it's not about that at all.
No.
And this whole story, the mythology is the backdrop, but the story is the restoration.
Yeah.
And
they talk about gods the way that they do in Hercules or some of those kinds of things.
Yep.
So, it's just a fun watch. There's so many fun songs woven through it.
Well, and The Rock is Maui is the exact right character for him.
Yes. He's kind of that swaggering, I think I'm cool.
Yeah.
Kind of
muscle bound.
Yeah. Too big to be real, kind of.
Right. Yeah. He's very, very broad.
Yes. There's lots of just fun, silly stuff in here too. The comic relief side animal is Hey the chicken, who, as our kids would say, doesn't have 2 brain cells in his head, and just gets himself into mischief the whole movie by being mostly unaware of everything. He just wanders about. Maui calls him Boat Snack, which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of just.
And then you have Pua at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When the first time Moana tries to leave the island, she wants to go out to find fish out past the reef.
Yeah.
And she takes her little fuzzy pig with her. And yeah, so there's a couple of fun creatures, as there are in every classic Disney movie. It's
this is a newer one, but it feels very classic Disney.
It definitely felt like, right? You watch Pocahontas, which is not my favorite Disney movie at all.
Yep.
And you have a princess, and you have the foreigner, and you have the
cute little talking animals.
You
have the mother tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have like Aladdin, and we've got the monkey and the right, who becomes an elephant, and you go all the way back
The carpet and the
yeah, and you go all the way back to Little Mermaid, and you've got
Sebastian and Flounder
and Flounder,
the seagull,
yep,
Scuttle.
Yep. Yeah, so there's definitely elements,
the mice and Cinderella, and the
that are consistent across the successful Disney movies.
Yes, yeah, and this hits all of them.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Mulan,
yeah.
Hercules. I mean, you can. There's like a checklist.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is just a fun movie to watch again. Good, relaxing middle of the week watch.
Do you have what's your like? It's weird to ask it this way, but what's your favorite thing about this movie? Because it's right. It is a little bit of a formula, and that's fine. Disney knows how to do that, and they have their formula because you take those elements and you put it into a really great story, and it just works.
Yeah.
So what about this movie?
Yeah.
Do you just really love?
Well, we've talked about the music a couple times. The music makes this a fun movie. But other than that, I really think the water elements are animated so beautifully in this movie, and like the water gets personified a few times. Like
it's definitely a character
actually communicating with Moana,
because the ocean chooses her, right?
Yes,
and so it is an active player,
right,
in the story.
But you get that scene at the beginning where toddler Moana is walking out into the sea, and the sea parts for her, but then you get the bank of water with the turtle swimming through it, and the few moments where Moana gets thrown into the water, and you get those underwater.
Or the water then lifts her back out and puts her back on the boat.
Yep. But I just think the water elements are animated so beautifully in this movie. I was thinking last night because there's one point when she's taking the boat the first time and she goes under this waterfall, and you're like, now everything's all wet. I'm like, this movie really makes like just being in the water and with the water. Nobody cares if they're wet or dry, or they're just existing with the water. And it's this very, everything is beautiful. There's no negative sides to being in the water or out of the water or soaking wet or on the water.
And
it's all just beautiful.
And I think that, I mean, that's a story choice, right?
Yeah.
That's a choice about just the reality of that, the fact that it happens in the movie or doesn't happen, depending on how you look at it, is something about this culture, right?
Yes.
And whether it's true about Polynesian cultures, like universally, or just in this story, doesn't matter. You know that simply by the way they act,
yes,
or don't act, and that's a really interesting way to show their connection to the ocean.
Yes, it's almost a relationship,
which is part of the history.
Yes,
right, because they were travelers. They were voyagers. Voyagers,
they call themselves. Yeah,
and
before
they have this connection to the ocean that they're
never leave.
Yeah. They have this connection to the ocean that is so natural.
Yeah, that they're fighting against.
That
as a
that
whole
they're
group.
running away from.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theme.
Yeah. How about you? What do you love about this movie?
Grandmother.
Yeah.
Tala.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think grandmother Tala, I think, is her name. I find her character to be fabulous. Like, she's just awesome. But the parts of this movie that I find the most striking, I actually don't care for the Tamatoa scene.
Yeah.
The crab. I find that to be just like the music is catchy, but then it gets all psychedelic and weird.
Yeah.
And I understand that in that particular scene, they're communicating things about, like, there are sea creatures that do that when down in the darkest parts of the ocean, which is leading into, I love the appearance of the manta ray
Yes.
Because when
Under
grandmother
the-
Tala dies, which is, we'll talk about that in the estate planning context, but she dies and there's this surge of energy from the hut or wherever she was. And then there's this glowing light that comes out from the island, and this beautiful, bright, luminescent manta ray goes under Moana's boat. And it's like, that is probably one of the most beautiful pieces of animation
Yes.
that Disney has ever done.
Yep. And then she comes back again when
Yeah.
Moana's having her moment of crisis. I failed and I ruined everything. And then that luminescent manta ray shows up again and
takes
the form of her grandmother.
I think that initial scene where you see her grandmother become this creature within their mythology because she's definitely a spirit presence.
Yeah.
And then that she's embodied in this manta ray. It's just stunning.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. You want to know what my least favorite part is?
What's your least favorite part?
It's your least favorite part too, I know, because you complained about it yesterday.
Okay.
Moana crashes her boat on an island.
Uh-huh.
And she sits up and she's covered in sand.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
she has sand on every surface that is on the screen.
Her hair looks like dreadlocks because the sand is wrapped around the wet hair.
And she sat up and you went, ah! Oh, man.
It looks so horribly uncomfortable.
She just shakes it off and goes about her. She doesn't even get in the water to rinse off. She just is like, and
of course the sand all comes off because it's animated.
Well, because she's a princess.
Yes. We know that sand stays in all of the cracks you don't want to talk about forever.
Anakin Skywalker-esque.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. Star Wars quote for every occasion. I just only have really very positive vibes, honestly, about this movie. Yeah. Even with those things that I don't care for about, right? I don't love Tamato. I think he's a weird character, but he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the weirdo.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And she's covered in sand. Okay, well, that's comedy. That's funny.
Right.
It's just a fun movie.
It is a fun movie.
It's one of the better recent Disney releases, I think.
I agree. Yeah, definitely the one we've revisited the most often, probably.
Yeah, our kids love it. I mean, our kids, they didn't sit and watch this one with us because they were, doing their own thing like teenagers do. But they would walk through the room, and any one of them that walked in the room just burst out singing along with whatever was happening on the screen. Yeah. Just in the middle of the song.
Yep.
So they definitely like this movie.
Yeah.
What'd you see about the estate planning themes? This to me, there's like layers and layers and layers.
Yeah. So there's actually a line, and I should have written it down because now I don't remember what the line. It's in the first and the last song. And I was like, oh yeah, there's our estate planning. It's something about as the fathers before us and before them and before that, it really walks you back through the what generations have passed on kind of line. Ethan's looking it up. But there's just a very cultural, like, our ancestors did this, and so we are following in that, and that's why we do it this way. And the things that have been passed. There's actually a pillar that all of the chiefs have added a rock to the pillar, and you can see the layers of moss as it goes down around this pillar of rocks, and it's it's the legacy piece again, but there's very much a what our ancestors want us to do.
This tradition is our mission.
Yep.
Here's one line.
Yeah.
And no one leaves.
maybe it's in the reprise at the end of the movie that I pointed out the line, but the whole story has that passing on through the generations. This is the way we do things. This is how we live. These are the skills that we need to survive. I know you're going to talk about the death of her grandmother. That's another layer in there. The other thing I wanted to bring up that I was thinking about from an estate planning point of view, Moana is the daughter of the chief who is supposed to take on for the next generation and become the chief herself. And she just wants to leave and be on the water. And that is the whole point of, she's not really escaping leadership, but she just wants something different. And I was thinking about that with, we talk about estate planning and how do you protect the family farm. But more often, as generations move on, there's a question of what happens when the next generation doesn't want to farm the family farm, right? When your kids don't want to follow in.
When the tradition isn't the thing that motivates them.
I got the farm from my father, who got it from his father, who got it from his father, and now my kids don't want to be farmers.
Now my kid wants to be an actor.
Yes. Or they went to school for business and moved to Chicago, and now I've got this farm, and what happens to...
And it's so important to me.
Yes.
And has been so important to my family.
Yes. But I think that was reflected in this. Her parents spent her whole life training her how to be
the chief
who leads the people on land and has all of the skills to teach the next generation and leads in the gathering of the coconuts and the harvesting of the fish in the traps and the weaving of the baskets, and teaching her all of these community-based, land-based skills. And she is constantly leaving. Yeah. She is just constantly running away from that, trying to get back to the water. What do you do with your legacy when that's not what the next generation wants?
So, message-wise, this movie speaks very much to Gen Z, I believe.
I think so, too. Yeah.
I think the idea of you have this community, and the community around you is like this. These traditions are the fiber that holds the community together, and
yeah,
everyone plays a role, and your role is yours, and you're expected to participate. And then they don't want to be. They want to be their own person, and that's part of Moana's story here.
How many modern Disney movies isn't that the story that they're telling? If you think about Elemental or Turning Red, or a lot of the new ones are, I'm not like my parents, I need to do something different with my life. Frozen. A lot of the new stories, when you say it speaks to Gen Z, are just, the story is, I need to break away from my family constraints. And there's that this definitely fits in with that.
I wonder if that's a adolescence thing.
Yeah.
Because The Little Mermaid is that way.
Yeah. If it's towards a certain age group.
Yeah.
Mulan.
Oh, yeah.
Is that way.
Yeah.
Even Pocahontas is the character in the village who is, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing.
But Mulan's thing is it starts out as her protecting her family.
Right. But even she doesn't want to be like all the girls getting made up. She
doesn't want to follow the tradition
matchmaker.
Matchmaker. Correct.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
In terms of that. But to your point, tradition and community and Moana wanting to go and not stay.
Yes.
And Moana wanting to be in the ocean and not on land.
Yeah.
And her grandmother kind of talks to her about that and says, be authentic to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still, even with her grandmother, there's still that undercurrent of, and not in a bad way, right?
No.
It's a be authentic to yourself because you have this community to come back to.
And I think that's you see the 3 generations. I think that's the normal. You talk about, it speaks to adolescence that I need to go find myself and make my own way.
Mm-hmm.
And then the parents going, it's all here for you. Just take it and don't make it so hard.
Right. You are working so hard to not make your life easy.
Yes.
Like, this is easy. Just do the thing.
And then you get to the grandparents and they kind of have the wisdom of hybriding the 2 answers. That you have to figure out who you are so that you can come back to this community and be what this community needs you to be and what.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a circle there. And I think that's pretty
interesting.
Pretty accurate to life a little bit.
This is not a counseling podcast, so I'm not going to talk about our own family dynamics, and what you just described is literally our lived experience most days.
Yep. When you have teenagers in the house.
Yep. And your parents and my parents.
And their parents.
Yep. We're going to not go there. But I think what's important about that in an estate planning context is how genuine, right? Like, that is these are real things that families deal with, and we watch and help families deal with.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
How do I be true to my father, my mother, my parents?
Yep.
And how do I set up this thing that I feel like I need to protect? You were talking about the family farm is the for us is the stereotype.
Yep.
That we talk with people about. With this, the reality that we live in a very transient culture, meaning people don't stay.
No.
Right? The families, and there are some locally here, that the whole family stays close.
Yeah.
And not just stays close. There are like almost
like
compound,
live within,
but not in a security
couple
barbed
miles
wire.
Of each other.
Like just all their houses are next to each other.
Yep.
And out in the country, and it's this right?
generational living sort of situation.
So that transience, right? Our son is in Florida. Like, that is almost as far from here as it is possible to be and still be in the 48 states, the lower 48 states. Yeah. But
how far can I get from mom and dad?
Which is fine. I think that's appropriate and important, and I think that's part of what this story is talking about. But then how does a farmer whose kids all scatter honor the legacy without imposing on the next generation this thing that they don't want?
Yes.
And not the farm. Everybody wants the farm because around here farms are crazy valuable.
Right. But they don't want to continue the legacy of farming.
Correct. And that's such an interesting microcosm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the thing I thought about in this.
So there was a point when you said this is an estate planning movie, and it was the song at the end.
Yeah.
And I agree. There are other points. The first song and the story of, Moana's legacy, the legacy of the voyagers, and when she finds the boats, like, that said trust to me.
Yeah.
The boats are all kept in this cavern, and no one uses them because it's not safe.
Right.
But
they're still kept.
They're still there, waiting for it to be safe, waiting for it to be time, right? And, one of the things we do with estate planning is giving what you have to the right people the right way at the right time.
At the right time.
And what does grandmother Tala say? Go in this cave and see these boats and beat the drum.
And understand your legacy.
And so she presents these canoes to Moana at the right time.
Yep.
And in the right way. And like,
yeah,
that is estate planning all the way. But then
on her deathbed,
then there's a there's a really small element of it where she gives Moana the necklace that has the heart of Te Fiti in it.
Yeah.
And I watched that scene, and Moana's dad and her parents are there, and I think it was her dad's sister was there.
Yeah.
Around the bed there.
Another person that they never really defined.
They didn't really define, but they were talking. They were gathered and talking like a family would in that moment. And her grandmother gives her this necklace, and she takes it and backs up and puts it on. And I thought to myself, is no one paying attention? Are we not watching this lady give away her stuff in real time? Like,
yeah,
most families today would see that and be like, well, you can't give that to her. I want that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a granddaughter and not the daughter or son.
Right.
That is a very common hard feelings kind of situation. That just struck me in that moment, because she just sort of backs up, puts the necklace on, and runs out of the room.
Yeah.
And then her mom comes and finds her in their cabin or in their hut as she's packing up to leave. But that is 100% estate planning.
Yes.
Because then grandmother dies.
Yep.
And that's the sort of the impetus for her to leave.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, we actually get to see someone deciding to give their gift, their possessions to a particular person as they're dying. This
thing that is important to her, grandmother, and meaningful for the community.
Yep.
And needs to be protected. So Moana has it in trust. Like, I mean, it's all over this movie. It's all there. It's all over it.
Yeah. This is a kid's movie.
I know. See? It's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
These really are just human things that we deal with every single day.
Yeah.
And that everybody hits at a certain point in their life. Whether you planned for it or not, we hope you did. We hope you'll let us help you plan for it. But it's coming. These things happen in your life, whether or not you went through the planning of them.
You said you saw something in this movie that we had a theme that we hadn't talked about before.
Yeah. I think I was thinking of we don't talk very often about what happens when your kids don't want the legacy kind of thing.
Yeah.
We talked about how that's not a unique thing in stories, but it is a thing that we deal with all the time when people are writing things. Or even, I have this family farm and one person wants it, but I've got 5 kids.
And how do I...
And these people want nothing to do with it. Right.
When I don't feel like I can be equal.
Right. This doesn't have that element, but the element of I've got this thing to give and my kids don't actually want the thing that I have been preserving for them their whole life.
Yeah.
We see that come up in lots of ways in what we do. We see that come up in lots of things that people are talking about around us. I just think that's an interesting part of this story, that you get to watch them train her into this role that ultimately she doesn't reject, but she figures out how to do her own way. That is not
right. And she comes back, right? So in Moana 2, right, in the second movie, she's the chief.
Yes.
Right. So she goes and figures out, I mean, in simple terms, she figures out who she is. so she can come back and be the best version of herself
Yes.
for her community. And that's super important.
Yep. But it still wasn't following the way her dad was training her to be the chief.
It was important, but for her dad, for her dad primarily, but for her parents.
Yeah.
That was scary because it's too dangerous.
Right.
He says, I should have destroyed these boats.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Mm-hmm. And then he's about to go burn the boats, and then his mom is dying, and so he goes to her bedside instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But there's
there's fear and
a lot of things in there that we.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a great movie. It's a
good movie. Yeah.
And I'll just be humming the music for the rest of the day.
I know. It's so fun, and then you start pulling it apart, and you can just go deeper and deeper and
That's
deeper.
That's what I'm saying. Layers and layers and layers. It's cool. Well, thanks for listening with us.
Yeah. This was a fun one.
Yep. We'll see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Heisinger Law Firm. Every episode, we take a movie you know and love and pull out the estate planning lessons hiding inside it. If today's episode got you thinking about your own family, check out my It's Not Too Late book series for practical steps on protecting the people and the things that you care about. You'll find it, along with more resources and every past episode, at heisingerlaw.com. And if you'd like help putting a plan of your own together, the Heisinger Law Firm would be glad to hear from you. Be sure to follow the show wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.